Hello everyone, how are we all this morning? Nice to see you all in here. Back with some Red Dirt County today. So I've got a whole heap to do. We're just going to hop on the pickup, go for a little bit of a drive. But welcome. Nice to see you. Finn on controller, hello to you. Bumson Payton, nice to have you here. Runner side, how are we? Nice to have you guys around. Mark Williamson, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you, sir. Scott Fuchs, how are you, my friend? Nice to have you in here as well. Hope we are all doing well. I'm just going to park this out of the way, otherwise it's going to be annoying. Over here will do fine. So it's early winter. It's been a while since we've been on this map, but I do like coming back. I do like carrying on with what we've been doing on it. It's a bit of fun, a bit of different to what some of the other ones are. David Shanks, greetings from southern Wisconsin, and nice to see you there. How are you, Jacques? G'day. How are you, mate? Nice to see you. So we have got the newly released automatic storage shed by MaddyPhi. And I wanted to seeing we've got a whole lot of pallets floating all around this map, I thought what better way to organise them all than to bring them all back here. So I've done a little bit of a test. We've been down to the sawmill and got some of our paper and cartons and fence posts and put them in there, and they fit perfectly. So we're going to go on a little bit of a drive around the map for a wee while and go and get some things picked up. Now, I spent quite a bit of time yesterday putting together a bit of an auto drive course as well. So we won't just be driving the truck, we will let it do its own thing, and I'm not going to bother with the forklift on the back and loading it all. I am, oops, I've just started the forklift. Always do that. I am going to use the auto drive, otherwise we'd be here forever. So I've got a little bit of a list of all our different places we need to go, what we need to do. Some of them actually need some more product, so I need to get the dump trucks and need to get them running around as well. So I just thought we'd jump straight into it. How am I holding up, Scott? Oh, we're doing well. Pretty relaxed, actually. Pretty relaxed. We're pretty fortunate we haven't been in this situation for a very long time, and so hopefully everyone does their thing. It won't last for too long. We'll head down here. We will go and get some salt to start with. Get the sides here. Better not open them up while we're driving. Mr. Swede, hello to you. How you doing? Good evening, Olaf. Nice to have you in here as well. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Toti, you're here as well. Another one of the regulars for the streams. Wonderful to see you. Christopher, hello everyone from North Carolina, USA. Hope the day is well for everyone. My day is just starting, Sunday AM here for me. But it's looking pretty nice and nice early morning sky outside, so I think we should be in for a good day. Now I need to remember our auto drive. Make sure we're set up. Auto load, sorry. Make sure we're set up, so that needs to be turned on with you, and I had it set to pallets. So we're going to plan. There we go. Need to get closer for those other two. Hey Legion, how you doing? Yes, indeed, the forklift does work. It's detachable. Now I should have really installed that other wonderful trailer you've made for me, or modded for me. Added the logo on the side of. Wasn't even thinking when I when I did this. When I was getting things set up, I've just had this trailer in here forever, so defaulted to using that. But how you doing, Legion? Nice to see you. I'm so new to the series. What type of farm is this? This was the one I've done on seasons and precision farming. So for those who are new, let's have a quick look at the map. This is Red Dirt County. We owned We own quite a lot, and that's because of the production, which I'll explain in a minute. But we owned and farmed these fields up here. We basically went through, and what I was doing was farming what I needed to farm to supply all the different factories. So across the map, there is a number of different factories. So cartons, which is your wood processing, which produces paper and cartons and pallets, logs, boards. There, clothing factory, which takes cotton and wool to make clothes, which is down here in the bottom sort of corner. We've got a cookie factory, which takes half a dozen different things. So I'll just open it there. It takes sugar, flour, milk, eggs, and the empty pallets and cartons, which you'll see we've already provided. The feed mixes are just animal ones. There's a dairy, which is milk, not milk, butter and cheese ice cream, I think. Yeah. You can take those different products, get things made out. So that's there, and then further down we've got the salt mine where we just were, and the sugar refinery, which takes sugar beet or sugar cane and some water to make sugar. So the whole idea behind this was to farm things which would lead into that. So we've done sugar beets just to be able to do the sugar beet. We've done what else have we done? We've done products for the pig food and things like that. We've done wheat in that to get some flour. So that's the kind of idea behind this one. So kind of, yeah, linking in between all the different production parts of it and seeing how it all works out. Maddie, how you doing? Nice to see you in here. We're going to try and fill your shed, Maddie. We're going to see what we can find from all our different factories around the farm, around the map, and see how much we can get in there from those. Along with everything else that we've got to do on it. So I've got a list, so I went through yesterday. I was like, what have I got where do I need things? What can I do? So might be more of a truck simulator today than a farming simulator. We'll see how we go. Still got some farm work to do. Even though it's winter, we can, with the geo in this, we can plant some earlier crops. So it's not all bad. Now in the meat factory, we've got this big, massive warehouse, which has a whole lot of product in it. It gets very laggy in here. It's a bit of a shame. What I normally do is if I just park up beside there, and I think I left the auto drive on. So here I can show you the forklift legion. So we'll just disconnect that. I should open the sides. I'm hoping the auto load's going to work for this. Can bring the pallets and things over. Jacko, how you doing? Yako, how are you? Nice to see you there. Who did I miss? I missed someone. Let's just have a quick scroll back up there. You were asking about that. John, where can I find the trailer forklift combination? I really want that. If you Google, leave it up there for a second. If you Google through half, and the trailers actually are different. They come in a package. I'll leave that there for a second. Through half Planon Flagger, and you can find it that way. Just Google that FS19 and it comes up. And as you can see down there, it's easy auto loads everything. I'll give you a minute to be able to write that down. Right. Who have I got up to? Hans, good evening to you, Hans. Nice to see you. I've said hello to Yako. Nice to have you here. Southern lady, hello. How are you doing? Nice to have you here as well. Hendrik, sorry I'm late. I'm multiplayer with Kiram. How am I? I am doing well. Don't need to apologise for being late. You can never be late to a stream. You can join when you can and watch what you can. And just have fun. Yako, if you're quiet, all good, mate. Just pleased to have you. So there you go. That is the mod for this trailer. And this is the forklift. That's a little bit, it works reasonably well. It can be a little bit difficult. Doesn't help when the triggers on the markers there have a collision on them. You end up having to drive over that when you're trying to load things. See if I can pick two up at once. This is the only one. This and the dairy have a warehouse like this, which is a little bit annoying because you have to drive the whole way across. You can't just pull up and auto load if that's what you want to do. Alright, did I leave the auto load on to take these off the pallet? There we go. Easy. Saves you guys having to watch me stack. Now, I'm probably going to end up filling this trailer and not get everything out of here, so we might have to come back. But we've still got a lot of meat and everything we need to be processing. Oops. Processing more at the out of here. Worst warehouse painting is whoever did the paint job in this warehouse, but these are markings, needs to be given a very severe reprimand. They don't make things easy for you, do they? So those who haven't seen, or when we have a look at the warehouse when we get back, by Maddie. For those who've seen Farm Sim Guys shared it on his stream, the classifieds mod that Maddie had been writing, which unfortunately Giants deemed too similar to a couple of other mods that are already on Mod Hub. They've basically told her to go away and rework it. Maddie has very generously released that mod on her Discord. So if you are interested in the classifieds, I don't think I installed it in this. Oh, I didn't, because you would have seen it just now. I hadn't set it up on this game save actually. I've got it set up on a couple of other ones. Maddie sent it to me yesterday. But if you want it, go and jump on her Discord. I'll see if there's someone who can share a link to that at some stage. Oh, I need those collisions gone. And you can go and experience that wonderful classifieds mod. You need the truck and trailer, Maddie. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. You broke your monitor, Yako. That's not good. Look at that. And we've started spawning some meat because I cleared out the full ones out of here. So the factory is back up and running. I wonder if I can try and push those through. Hello Ryan, how you doing? Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. You're not doing well today. That is not good, mate. Make sure I don't bump that spawned pallet or it probably won't carry on filling. Would have been great if they made, because this warehouse is just empty space, it's just decoration. I mean, I suppose you could stack things in here, but would hate to envisage the lag in here. It would be great if the spawn point for the pallets was over here, right on the edge. Make this a whole lot easier. Your throat's hurting, Ryan. It's not good. I'm assuming that's what you meant to say instead of your trout's hearting, but I'm guessing your throat is not very good. Well, I hope you have a speedy recovery and things are feeling better soon for you, mate. So is that, there might be the truck full. I might not be able to take this last one. Might get one more in there, but no, there we go. Leave that there. It'll come off. Good old Farmerson bale physics. Or any pellet physics. There we go. We'll go and bring the other ones over, so if we come down and load them up, we don't have to mess around for so long. Driver 1956, welcome along, nice to see you all the way from the Netherlands. Brayden, g'day mate, nice to have you in here as well. Oh, you had to do a car wash, did you get wet and cold doing that? Ryan. Or was there too much talking? Too much talking, yelling and having fun, I reckon. Make sure those are right close to the edge, so the autoload will pick them up later. What is that stuff on the pallets? That's beef tripe on that pallet. So we're in the, we'll get outside in a second, you'll be able to see, get rid of those glitchy textures. But we are down at the meat processing plant, picking up a whole lot of our products. So that just attaches almost like an implement, so it's got an attacher there, so if I just hop in here, I kind of got quite close enough, but if we back up just a touch, there we go, we get the option to attach it and it hops back on there. We'll close those and we'll go and get our first load delivered into the warehouse. Show those of you who haven't seen how it works and just how wonderful it is. The forklift is a real forklift. They do actually have little forklifts like this on trucks. I've seen them used on construction sites for delivering bricks and things. So obviously something that, you know, you can't offload by hand or might not have something to do. You can use a little forklift on the back of the truck. They certainly do exist. Mark Jinkson, morning, hope you keep up the vids over lockdown, loving it. Cheers mate, certainly intend to. In fact, I am thinking about having another stream tomorrow morning as well. Thought, seeing I'm at home, why not? Give you all something for your Sunday afternoons and evenings. Very common on delivery trucks, there we go, thanks Legion. So, being winter, we're actually going to lose the sun, aren't we? I'll have to skip through the night. See them all the time in Canada too. I do have a bit of a crop plan for the next season. We've obviously already planted our wheat. But I wrote a little bit of a list. So we're going to put some cotton in, mainly in these fields in front of me, these two that we had wheat in last time, that from seasons seem to be a good rotation. Yeah, so for the warehouse here, Maddie's wonderful warehouse, which is on ModHub, you can download this. We come in here to the trigger. We've just got all our pallets on the back there. I'll just back up to the door. We'll open it. Over here there's a button. Now, we just come over here and I'll bring that up. There is a... to be facing the right way for it. I must have to unload. So they're on the truck. But because they're auto load, it's just 10 bales at the moment, 10 pallets all at the moment. But I believe if I press Y, we'll unload them to the truck. I'll turn that load off. Unload. You can see they all became a weight then. You saw the mass sort of drop. If we come over here, we don't even need to unload them to the ground. There you go. Unload pallets, 16 pallets. And if you look up and through the warehouse, and we do this, there you go. They all appeared on the pallets. There is all our meat, our salt, everything we just brought over here. The beauty now is I can pop in here. I come up to the pallets, I can see what's on there. So if I just wanted all the salt, click the salt. And there we go. We can confirm that and they will spawn outside on the outbound pad, which is very cool. So even though they're all sort of mixed up, we can bring them out in sections. There we go. This has got the aisle 1 rack 2. So that's those ones. We've got aisle 1 rack 1, which are these ones here. So 12. So that's the 3 across and 4 up and down. So that's 2 full truckloads. So we'll get another full truckload in here. So it's going to take a few loads to fill this up. We'll see how we go. I'd see it as a bit of a challenge. Especially as things keep progressing, and if we skip through night, we'll probably find that the warehouse is going to be full. The meat factory is going to be full again. Mushy Boy Munro, how you doing? How are you? Nice to see you. Thank you very much for the feedback on the video as well, on the suggestion for the high tip trailer, high tip bucket would solve my problem on Survival Island with Spectacle Island, with the bucket not quite reaching up into that trailer. So that was a good suggestion. Thank you. I'm certainly going to have a look at that. You're off, Ryan. You need some rest. Nice to see you, mate. Thanks for stopping in. We'll certainly catch you another time. Now, we do have heaps of stuff down here, so we will do a couple of quick loads back and forth from here. See what we can end up with. Alright, so here we go. Full again. So this will be pretty quick. Hope you're hope that throat recovers, Ryan. Hope you're feeling better when you've once you've had some rest. Blood Wolf, is this map on ModHub? No, it is not. This is a 4x map. You can find it if you go to reddirtcounty.com, I think is the website. Otherwise, just, yeah, Google FS19 Red Dirt County and you should find some links to it. It was made by TNT Modding. I know he has stepped back a little bit from the farm sim community. So I'm not sure if he did have a Facebook page, and I did have a link to it in the video description, but I haven't actually checked to see if that is still active or not. So you might be able to have a look at that and let me know. Here we go, we're back in here again. Press Y to unload them, and more pallets in there. This is fantastic. I love this shed for a map, especially like this. It's fantastic, and The other thing Maddie did, if you haven't seen it, I'll show it to you in the store, under sheds. Scroll over here. So, Chubby Unicorn Construction Company. Fantastic modern name. Fantastic, love it. Oops, I can't show you because I don't have enough money, but there's the warehouse which we've got placed. 264 pallets. And if you want something smaller, if you just wanted it to store, say, your seed and fertilizer and other products, there's one there which is only 48 pallets. Only. Still a decent amount. But it works as an open shelf, open shed. Doesn't take up as much space and it's a lot cheaper. But for something like this map, this is absolutely ideal for it. Loving it. Hendrik, what do I think about olives and grapes? Where they will be tried once, they're never used again. It'll be interesting actually. I've been intrigued with the screenshots and images they've shown so far of olive and grapes. If they have a high enough potential earnings and only take up a small area, I think they could be used quite a lot. I think people could see them as a low maintenance supplementary income. Particularly, obviously, if you're playing on the Mediterranean map, I can't imagine it being used in Midwest USA much. But certainly, I think there's potential. But you are probably right. People will default to doing what they're familiar with on farms. Just turn the auto load on for that. So I think there will be a little bit of that. Try it once, see how it goes, and then never do it again. To twist the trailer around to get that last one. There we go. I'm looking forward to it. There's scope for equipment, but yeah, more so if it can be something done on a smallish area, then I think they have a lot of potential. Potential to use some dead space on the farm. And from what they showed us, it looks like you place them and that, so you're not actually having to do any work to get them in. Obviously they'll have a cost to them when you place them, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I think it will be a one and done type deal, but who knows. Pleasant View Farms, g'day, how you doing? Nice to see you in here. Farmson Peyton, no need to apologise, mate. I don't get any notifications when you leave, so for all I know, you just go quiet and chat. Nice to see you back. Yep, you've still got a back in. Well, I'm intrigued though, actually. I'm going to have to go across. Do I have, if I don't have the whole trailer and the trigger Maddie, does it pick up all the pallets? So let's open that. Or I'll not do it while I'm moving, although I'll have a hissy fit. Turn off the auto load. I'm on the trailer. I know you've got the trigger obviously there on the ground, but if I only, let's say, we'll park in the middle, get a real good test of it. Oh, once it moved. Will it take them all off there? How many is it detected? I see it's only detected 10. If I didn't back into the trigger, it wouldn't have picked them all up anyhow. So, very smart how you've done it. You force everyone to do what they should be doing. Alright, so there we go. That is all unloaded. We'll close that up again and go and get another load. Where can you find the storage house? It is on ModHub. Automatic Storage Shed, I think it's called, isn't it, Maddie? There you go, Maddie said on the ModHub. How am I doing today, Pleasant? I'm doing quite well, thank you. Those who probably haven't heard or don't know, we've had New Zealand's been fully put back into lockdown, so we have at least till Tuesday of house confinement. So just managing that with work and kids and all of those kind of fun things. But it's going alright. We cannot complain considering it was over 170 days since we had a COVID case in our community. Not counting those that are at the border. So we had had a lot of freedom for a very long time. But it was always going to happen. I don't think no one didn't expect it at some stage. So hopefully we can get back on top of it again and get back to the life we were enjoying. Alright, these last ones here up. Black Book, how you doing? Nice to see you here as well. Enjoying the fantastic... Well, there's not much farming actually going on today. It's a logistics day. To tidy up and organise my farm day. We'd had so many products being made all around the place. Everything was full and not working. And this shed that Maddie's made is a lifesaver. Because it means I can get everything out of the way. And... not worry too much about whether I sell it now or what we do. So, very enjoyable so far. Alright. So, these boards. I'm assuming our trailer won't pick these up. And I'm assuming Maddie actually will... What will happen if I try and put one of these in the... these silly triggers. What will happen if I try and put one of these in the... I'm going to go from the other direction. So one thing that's really frustrating on this map is the triggers seem to have a collision on them, which makes it very hard to do some things. If I tried to put one of these big boards up in there... See those, there we go. Well, we can't take two at a time. Oh, we're struggling to take one even. I thought this thing would have the power to be able to have enough weight in the back of it to be able to lift these up. But no. Wow, look at that. Might have to send the other wheel loader down. I'm pretty sure I've moved it with the other one okay. What if I get right in? Alright. Even if I'm right in, it won't do it. Okay, well that's interesting. I have to bring the other wheel loader down, the white one that I'd taken all the way back to the farm. But that is why we have auto drive. Oops. So we'll park this out of the way. At least we've got the production back up and running. Here we go, we're getting things spawning again. So another load done. Lovely, lovely. Kim, greetings from Denmark. Greetings to you too, sir. Nice to have you here. Hope you're having a wonderful Saturday afternoon / evening for you. Must be early evening now, I would imagine. Kalish Farms, hello. Nice to see you. Welcome along. David, did I add a lot of the production on the map? No, I did not. This map came complete with everything that is on here. I have not added anything. Which is why, when you have a look, I actually own a huge chunk of the map. Just because you needed to own the land that the production chains or production halls are all on, to be able to use them. So we had to do that. The farm sim guy, hello, hello sir. Are we full yet? No, but we're getting there. I don't think I'm going to have enough product made around about to be able to fill the whole sheet, unfortunately. We'll get this loaded in and we'll have a look. I know we've still got some sugar and flour we can go and collect. So we'll go have a look in a minute at those. Alright, go, let's, oh, I need to unload them onto the trailer. Turn off auto load, unload, there we go. Alright, how we doing? We'll fill up on one side. We've just about filled up all of that rack. So we are a third of the way through, probably. That would be the same as the other side. And then we're half of that. It's pretty much a third of the way through. So we're going to end up with a lot of things in here. I think we can go close. I reckon if I skip through the night soon, we'll go pretty close to having that full. But now let's test my auto drive network because I haven't done that properly yet. So if we send this down to, let's go down to 2 sugar factories. I'm not sure how I did that. We'll go to flour warehouse. It's going to take it 7.5 minutes to get down there. Alright, so we'll leave them running on their own. Good thing about this map is there's no collisions on road signs. Unlike West Texas, we've all seen the trials and tribulations of West Texas. Right, so what else do we need to do? I think, let's have a look, go and check on our pigs. I really need to get another semi-truck. How are our pigs doing? They are reasonably well. They need a little bit of food. Now, have I got a truck down here with food in it still? Or did we buy another one? I can't remember. No, we haven't got one here, so I think I'm going to have to go down to the other farm. Got the truck with the TMR in it down at the dairy. That's going to be what we're going to have to do. Right, someone is already in that truck. I remember who it is. Melvin. Is our truck moving along? Oh, here we go. These are our cows. The other thing this map doesn't seem to have is animated cows in the pasture. So we do have these cows down here in the dairy, but they're all fixated on watching the sunset tonight. I'm not sure whether that's a mod conflict or what it is, because you can hear them. She's eating. She's having some grass. That seemed to be all. Right. So let's just, we'll just dump this out, because we're going to actually have to get something to come down and clean these. So we'll just dump this off, and then we'll come back down and get something else. So again, I could actually put this on auto drive. Oh, there's our truck. Heading in the right direction. So far, so good. Yeah, I'm not sure it would accept them, but if it did, you're aware. That's the big boards. I thought that'd be the case. They'd overlap and be a horrible mess. You drove one of those Volvo loaders back in the day, did you, Mushy boy? Pretty cool. I love the animations on it and the engine sounds. That was really well done. Edgar's, you love this map, 300 hours on it. Well done, sir. That is a impressive number. Well, if you're doing lots of the production things, I can only recommend this storage shed. I reckon, Maddie, you're onto a winner actually with that, if you can get it updated for FS22 really quickly. With all the production things that they've got going on there. I think you're going to have a Have a great mod there ready to go. Right. What I might actually do... Well, watch out. John the dog. I was going to feed the pigs, but I see we've got some actual pig feed on the ground, so I might take some sugar beet down to the sugar refinery. We've got 350 tons of sugar. Or sugar beet. Too much weather treatment in those boards. Making a Huxley-sized warehouse. Well, I reckon if the production halls take off in FS22, there will be a demand for something like this. So I reckon, if you can get on that, so I know you've managed to get this put together pretty quickly, so if there's not too much difference in the new one, I reckon you'll be on to a winner. Well, there we go. Our other truck has reached the flour plant, so we send this one down to the sugar factory. 6 minutes, and the other one's at the flour, so we'll go and find him. There we go, look at that. There we go, and we'll get this loaded up. Turn auto load on. Oh, it wasn't on the trailer. Here we go. The other thing this map comes in built in with, actually these trailers, these Wessex mills, the flour millers ones are auto load trailers as well, that come built in with the map. I get that last one. Bit of an annoying trigger. There we go. Oh no. So all going to plan. I should now be able to tell this to go to the sugar factory as well. And we'll meet our driver down there. Some of the course I haven't done two-way, so this, while it says 10 minutes, it might be going quite a long way to get there. We'll see. What are those people that are just standing there, farms and pacing back at the yard? So on this series, I've used the contractors mod. And if you have a look, we'll go and have a look at them. All of these people are all some of my channel, all my channel supporters. So they've all become members of the channel, and as part of that, they get their name across the screen in the intro. You would have seen if you were here for the start, their name scrolls across the screen. I'll show you that. You jump back to here. Across the bottom there, all of our channel supporters, and they also get to be part of the game effectively. It's a bit hard to obviously get them all to do work. There's a few of them at the moment, but we take turns, and it's just a little way I recognise the support they've given to me. So that is what they are all there for. And they enjoy a good barbecue, so I like a nice meat patty or sausage there. Make a burger and just have a bit of fun. They're on strike. And where have we gone to get to sugar? Oh, do you know what I've done? I've named the salt factory Sugar Factory. Is that where he's going? What is happening here? I'm intrigued now because it's not going to take him 2 minutes to get to the salt. Oh no, he's going to turn and go to the sugar factory. I've obviously named something wrong. I wonder what one I've named wrong. Got the clothing factory. Do you know, I've named the biscuit. I think I've named the biscuit. The cookie factory up here, I think I've named that sugar factory. That's where I've gone wrong. When I was making it yesterday. Let's see where he ends up. Along here. Cows are static, they're not moving. Yeah, do you have the same thing on your game, Edgar? Bumsome Freak, g'day, great to see you as well, welcome along. Oh, you've already got the store shed? Excellent, there you go. And Maddie's saying it's her first priority as soon as the info is available for FS22. I agree, for your first mod, you've done a stellar job. And the classifieds one, if what you've got planned for the shopping experience, I'm not sure what you're going to call it, but that shop mod, if what you've got planned for that can all be done, that is going to be awesome as well. So there's my mistake. I, for some reason, had sugar on my mind when I was naming the cookie factory. So let's just see. I know there is a way to edit these and I can't remember exactly how to do it. I think it's that one there. Here we go. Cookie factory. Rename. So now we can go down to the sugar. Let's go and find the other truck. 2 minutes away. So we should be hanging a right down here, and the sugar factory is just down in here amongst the trees. Right or left? Left. That way. Oh, yeah, we've come up past the sawmill. Oh, I've sent him to the cookie factory as well. I picked the wrong sugar. Have to change that. There's mistakes everywhere. Disaster. Disaster. So I was going to say, explain before what we're going to plant. So we've already got some wheat planted in. Let's have a look at the farm. Here we are. It's field 60 there we planted with wheat in the last stream. 58 and 59 we will put some cotton in there. And field 63, I'm thinking about planting that with alfalfa or clover. I'm also going to extend 59 into this area here, which is currently grass. 62 and 64, I might put some corn in that to make some silage. Possibly need some for our pigs. And then field 8, I'm still not 100% sure what I might put in there. I'm really tempted to actually plant some potatoes, and I wondered about whether I do half of it in potatoes, so I can have a go with the. I haven't been able to use the Sputnik pack yet in a game, so I'd like to be able to do that. But yeah, I'm still thinking through that, but that's generally the plan. Oh, we're going down in money too because I'm employing people. We've got a lot of things in product. We've got in storage, we've got 7,000 bushels of wheat, 12,500 bushels of corn, so I really don't need any corn or anything for pig feed. I've got that there sitting in the silo. We've got 300 tons of sugar beet, so I think there's about $500,000 or $600,000 worth of product if I sold it all. I might actually have to go and load up some product as well, see what's worth selling out of the factories. Shepherd Martin, hello to you, welcome along, nice to see you here. Evan Davey, hello, hello, welcome along, nice to have you here as well. And Bears Den Gaming, welcome along, sir, nice to have you here. And Bears Den is one of our newest channel members. Joined up in our last live stream with the Farm Sim guy in West Texas, so nice to have you here as well. These guys look like they're going the right way. We've got the other truck up there in front of us. So, looking at the global companies screen, and if we find the sugar, it was right down the bottom, isn't it? There it is. So we do have some sugar beet in there, and we've got some water. So we can put 160,000 litres. It'll be interesting to see what one full load of sugar beet actually adds to it. So tab back over to that truck. So yeah, so see what that will provide. Now if we have a look at the, it's jumping around here a lot. Have a look at the sell menu, see if there's any good prices for anything. No high demands. We may even go and sell some of the boards. Where are they? Central feed supply, which is right next to the farm. We may even load up and go and sell a whole lot of those. No high demand there or anything? No. Of course, being seasons, everything goes up and down a lot differently. I'm just going to take over. Now, it's quite a bit of a tricky trigger I've found on this sugar beet offload. Hey, buddy. Oh. Really? Oh. Hang on. What's that? Yeah. Right, yeah, as I was saying, the trigger, when I first came in here, was actually a little bit tricky. Found it quite easily that time. So we're going to have to bring a wheel loader down and tidy up that stack there. Once we've got this in, let's just have a quick look now. What does that give us? 62,000. So it was about 45,000 litres, which would tie up 46,000 litres, I think, which ties up with the capacity of that trailer. So another 100,000. So we've probably bring another couple of loads down with this truck. Someone looks tired. Yeah, he was just complaining he got woken up. It's my youngest little boy. Right. Let's go and get this little bit of... There's only a little bit in here. Not a huge amount. We'll get this little bit of sugar picked up. And get the auto load in. Otherwise we're going to have to... Oh, have I got it turned on? I must have it turned on. Done. There we go. Howdy, howdy, Mark. How are you? Nice to see you along. Hope you're keeping nice and busy. I'm sure if you were probably in Farmer Cop's stream this morning, I was going to try and log in and watch a little bit of that earlier, but I missed out on time. Stop farming so loud. It wasn't me. We've got some magpies outside around our house that are nesting. Apparently he got woken up by them. I didn't hear them making noise, but apparently he did. So instead, I think instead of putting this into storage, we go to Control G. I think we need sugar and flour both down at the cookie. So we will send this guy down there and we'll offload some of it down there. Now we know where the cookie factory is. Get that done. And I think as the light's fading, I might just, while these trucks are driving, we might just skip forward time a little bit and we'll catch up in the morning. Those $1 an hour payments to the truck drivers, we're probably going to get smashed at midnight too, are we? What did we just lose? $2,000 loan interest. Gosh, I didn't even realise I had a loan. We'll keep going forward until the sun comes up. Where's the sun in the morning? A little bit further. There we go. That will do. So let's have a look at our meat plant, which was the one. How much meat have we now got? There we go. We've got lots more meat to go and pick up after clearing it all out. And the other one will be the carton factory, which are the big producers. Oh, not too much. See the... Oh, because the boards are filled up. Oh, bother. Should have emptied those out before we did that. Oh, he wasn't streaming this morning. Ah, okay. I just thought he had his multiplayer one this morning. Mark. My mistake. Good thing I didn't wake up early to watch it then. I would have been disappointed. Alright, so has our other truck made it back to the yard? He's just pulling in now. Actually, before we do anything... Actually, we can send him off. Changing my mind all the time. We will fill him up with some more sugar beet and get him down to the sugar beet plant. And while he does that, I'm going to grab the wheel loader and tidy up that pig food. If you ever get a chance, Argsy, check out the Georgetown, New York map. I grew up about an hour south of it. Our HS played against theirs in a few high school. Our high school played against theirs in a few different sports. Oh, nice. I have heard good things about Georgetown. I did think, and I might be thinking of the wrong map, but I thought there might have been a few issues with some lag on it. I'm not sure, but I have heard it is a nice looking map. Have to take a look at some stage. We'll just run over here and grab the wheel loader. We get a notification in a minute that the other truck's made it to the cookie factory. It's nice to have you all in here. All 36 of you. How have I got super strength turned on? There we go. Anyone else ever had that issue with the lumberjack mod where it just, even though you haven't turned it on, the left alt double tap is on super strength? I seem to get that happening a little bit, which is not ideal. Alright, we're going to come back here with this. It's alright, we'll go do that, because the other thing I want to go down and move those boards, but we need this wheel loader to do that. Go and sort out this mess, because our pigs must be getting hungry, I think, having skipped through time. Or they're actually completely out of food. Okay, the other drivers made it to the cookie factory as well. Yeah, thank you all very much for joining and hanging out. It's nice to have you all here. Please, if you are enjoying things, appreciate the thumbs up on the stream. If you're new, feel free to subscribe. Appreciate the support if you do. And thank you to those of you who have pre-ordered FS22 through one of my partner links, either the Giants one or Games Planet. They should be both in the description. So I appreciate every one of you who has done that, and hopefully we can get ourselves to a bronze partner with Giants till we get an early access for 22. Now, if I remember rightly, the trigger is very close over this side. I had real issues trying to find it. There we go. When we first tried to find this trigger for this pig feeder, it was terrible. There you go, Mushy. If you're still there, I have got... Oops, trying to back and turn the wrong direction. I have got a high tip bucket here. So I'll have to get... Probably not this capacity one, but I'll have to get one for Spectacle Island. You're editing a map for Farmacot while watching. Interesting. Farm Sim Patents. Getting Farm Sim on PC worth it because I'm getting it on PC soon, so just trying to get some ideas for it. Have you got it on console already, or you don't have access to it at the moment? Regardless, absolutely 100% if you've played Farm Sim on console, worth the upgrade. I don't know if you've been seeing any of my American Life Farming series where I am playing on console. I started playing on console. That was the first place I played Farm Sim on PS4, and really enjoyed it. Thought it was a great game. And then Epic came out with their free download for FS19 last year. And so I jumped on that. Thought, oh, I'll give it a go on PC, see if it's any better, if it's any different. And it truly is a completely different game on PC. The maps, the mods, the scripts, everything, even the graphics. If you've got a grunty enough PC, and it doesn't even need to be that grunty for Farm Sim. Of course, we've had this conversation a number of times, but it is a huge difference. Still a great game on console, but PC is just another level. So if you are thinking about getting it, certainly cannot recommend it highly enough. Thanks chaps, Mark and Legion, appreciate you guys supporting me. Alright, so we'll just leave this bucket back here. We don't want to pick up the wood chips in it. We'll need to get those down to the sawmill, lumberyard, factory, carton factory, whatever you want to call it at some stage. A little bit more smoothing to do there too. Right, we will bring up auto drive and he can drive down to the sawmill. We'll go sort these other two trucks. Sawmill and go. Farm Sim Pain, you've got it on Xbox One and started watching your channel and saw what I was missing. Well, there you go. Absolutely. Oops. Oh, I had so many troubles with the trigger on this last time. I might have been, perhaps the trigger's over to the side more than the center. Yeah, I can probably find it. Oh, it looks like it's quite a big trigger there though. But back at the top of the ramp, there's a square. Alright, let's rinse and repeat you back to the yard. And let's find out where we need to offload. What's that one? That's milk. Trigger around here is where the bread and cookies come out. Didn't even realise there's bread. Eggs, sugar and flour in this one. Right. And there's our full cartons and pallets. What goes in this one? Oh, donuts. Ooh, I didn't realise we made donuts. Did we make donuts? Oh, I thought there was only cookies. Bread and donuts. Oh. Well, so what am I missing then? Milk, isn't it? Milk's going to be the tricky one. Sugar, flour, milk, egg, milk and eggs. Right. We need a chicken. We need some chicken coop. We need to get some chickens. Come over to the dark side. Agreed. Agreed. Alright. Just bring up the menu so I can make sure I offload this properly. Auto work off. Now, auto load marker position B. And if we unload, Y. There we go, took everything. Just that one sugar's not in the trigger. this is where super strength can be helpful. Oh, Bezden Gaming, thank you very much. What's that say? Any idea if I can get a refund on Steam and then use your code I brought FS20 before I knew about your channel? Probably not, mate, but look, don't worry about it at all. Appreciate you being a channel member and for that super chat, but I don't think you would be able to be perfectly honest, but I don't know. Yeah, a refund on Steam. I'm not sure, but yeah, like I said, I appreciate you having your support as a channel member and for that $5 super chat. Thank you very much. Alright, so I'm just going to get up here because the auto drive route is only a one way around here, but I want to send this truck up to the meat factory. And we will go and get some more meat loaded up. Hudson Meats. Our other truck's just about back. Lovely, lovely. And our wheel loader is down here. We'll go and get this moved out. You can refund on Steam really easily. Ah, okay. There you go. Apparently it is doable. But like I said, don't do it just if you've already done it, don't worry about it at all. Appreciate your support in other ways. Was No Creek Farms my first ever video? No, it was not. I did a series on a map called MeChamp, which was my first ever, and then also I started my Hallmark forestry. What on earth has happened to that? That is glitched. Now, if I've got the CSZ pack, I should be able to turn the collision off on those. I haven't got the one that you can turn the collision off on. Bother. Oh, don't knock it all over. Yeah, and I did a couple of series on those. Were my first videos. No Creek was my first really, if I was going to say popular series, one that seemed to resonate pretty well with people. Has had a good following, and certainly been my longest running series. To episode 59, I think, was the most recent one. Now let's get adventurous and see if I can pick two up at once. Look at these physics. Apart from the graphical improvements that they're planning for FS22, if they can fix some of these physics, I would be happy. Oh, look at that. Wheel loader handles it with ease. I spoke too soon, didn't I? I jinxed that. It's my own fault. My own fault. What is going on? Goodness gracious. Just talk amongst yourselves while I fix this. I wanted to keep them nicely stacked so when I come to load them on the truck I can double stack them on the truck as well. Yeah, pre-orders might be different, Bearsden, because you don't physically have the product yet. I know if you were like buying a game that you were able to play, there's a limit on how long they will refund for, because obviously you could have, you know, using an old term sense here, I don't know if you clock games anymore, but I suppose if you haven't had the benefit of playing with it, and your financial situation might have changed, you need the money for that pre-order. Oh, no, no. There you go. Mark has linked to my first video. I actually shared it on the 1 year anniversary of the channel, which someone picked up on. I think it might have been Legion, was it? One of my supporters picked up on it and asked why it was so popular compared to others. But because I shared it again, a few people went back and watched it to see where I came from. The best case is you support me and get 10% off. There you go. Win-win. Alright. That's all those out of the way. I might leave this down here because if we are going to sell, actually I'll move this one out of the way. I think it's a single. We'll bring the truck down and see if we can sell some of these. How often do you connect and control your PC while playing? Because I can see Y and B all the time. There you go, as Legion has said. It's PS4 controller for everything. I've actually got this one, has the back buttons on it, which were an add-on, which are really helpful because they use your L1 and L2. So when I'm using a loader or something, makes everything very easy. Right, how much feed do our pigs have? Did I give them enough? Oh yeah, just about full. So we can carry on with running our sugar beet. Angered treehead by turning it, yeah. Or the long-running Greta Thunberg meme. How dare I? So bronze status is through the Giants partner one, which you don't get the 10% off. But I think I'm about a third of the way there. I know that the Games Planet guys were going to try and get me a pre-release through their connections, so we'll see. I'm not sure where it's going to go. Look, it might only be a week earlier. If I don't get it, I don't get it, but that'd be nice too. So where's our truck gone now? There he is. I'll just about leave the little forklift down here because I only use it in this one. Although when we get some dairy product, I'll need it in that one too. Professional driving right there. Cut the corner. Oops, can't see. Professional driving 101. Don't drive when you can't see where you're going. Now, is that going to be close enough? Turn you on. No. I'm either not close enough or the pallets aren't close enough. Close that gap just a little bit. Right, did I turn it on? One. Oh, I wasn't on the trailer, so I wouldn't have turned on. Oh, no, there we go. We're good. I need to hop back in and disconnect that. Go for round 2 on the little forklift. Did I try? No, I haven't tried to put them in the warehouse yet, Maddie. We'll go and do that in a minute. We will give it a go. For testing. We'll do it for the testing. What am I hitting? Nasty invisible collision. This is the only one that's really a little bit, not so much boring to watch, but actually I wonder, it's be even smarter if I drive parallel to it. Will it pick them both up? Yeah. Speed and efficiency is my game. So we're in midwinter already. It'll be good to get through winter and get started again on some more crop. So I think we'll use this stream to get through winter, get all those things tidied up. Of course, they will keep producing. It's the nature of the beast. How full of these ones? That second one's probably not very full, but we'll take it anyhow. I was pretty close to full. Only about 300 units off, 300 litres, kilos of meat, whatever you want to describe it as. Oh, and we've got another one filled up. What's going to be the easiest way to take this? Can I get it from the side? Oops, not with that collision there. Unorthodox, but effective. Oh, and now sugar beets at the factory. Maddie, welcome to the AG team. Thank you very much for joining the channel. I really appreciate that. Nice to have you here. Hopefully we'll get a rooster, I think's the alert sound for that in just a minute. Unless my alerts aren't working. Actually, I can't remember seeing one for Beer's Super Chat. Oh no, there it is. There's the rooster. Thank you again, Maddie. Welcome along. Nice to have you here as one of the members. We have to get you set up with the privileges in the Discord as well. I'll have you can be our warehouse person, store person, in charge of logistics and incomings and outgoings from the warehouse. Alright, I'm going to leave the forklift here. It's the reason I've got a T-Man here doing the truck driving. I know he likes driving his trucks and has done a lot of that in his life, so he's our professional driver. Thanks again, Maddie. Thank you for the support. I really do appreciate it. Appreciate all of my channel members for their ongoing support of the channel. Mark, are you still there? Can you put a link to Maddie's Discord in, please? We'll get this unloaded and then we'll go try your boards. I'm not going to try. I'll try and put one in and see what happens. And then we'll get the rest of them sold. And it's not really slave labour, to be fair, either, Maddie. I mean, there's barbecue. There's not a lot of work that gets done. Not much labour going on. Yeah, it's a lot of the points. I've noticed it there. I've noticed it down at the sawmill. It's the triggers, like the markings for where the triggers are. Got a bit of a rough patch on it. Thanks, Mark. Matthew Strode, good evening, kind sir. How are you this evening? Nice to have you here. I haven't forgotten about you. I've managed to get 2 of the codes for 22 sorted. Matthew was one of our winners from the field live streams for FarmCon. But I've had some difficulties with payments and all sorts. There's been some funny goings on with that. I've got 2 sorted. I just need to get the last one sorted, and then I'll get them sent out. So I haven't forgotten about you. I hope you are well. Nice to see you here in stream. Yeah, another load of meat. Now, I'm a little bit concerned actually. I've just realised there's not much cold storage going on in here. Don't know how well our meat and tripe is going to last being stored in the warehouse here. I think we might have some heating issues. There you go, there is Maddie's Discord. Thank you again, Mark. How long in real life does it take you to make the Western Australia 16 times videos? Normally I normally record them over 2 or 3 evenings, a couple of hours a time, so between probably about 4 or 5 hours real time recording time. Some of that too, sometimes I can't remember if I did in the most recent weeks. I did with the big bud seeding at the start of the last one, is I'll just leave the camera going, leave it recording and put it on a time lapse, so I might capture an hour's of footage that I was away from the computer. But normally, yeah, 4 to 5 hours, and a lot of it's just not so much the setup, it's just the time it takes to work those big fields. Once I've got some, nice shots and things like that, there's no point carrying on with it. It's I just leave it and move on. So like with the next one, I'll capture a little bit of the finishing the swathing, the canola. Then I'll probably capture a bit of the oops, I don't need to hop out because we've got the driver in there already. That's why we're just tabbing across there. Let's get this unloaded. Capture a bit of the combines and all of that sort of thing, and I've already got plans to start harvesting in another field, so we'll capture the setup of all of that. So yeah, normally 4 to probably closer to 5 hours recording most episodes. Yeah, I don't have that much time, continuous time, to be able to do that. It's with the family and things like that, trying to find time in the evenings after they've all gone to bed to do my recording, so I have to break it down in patches. So for this week's video, which will be Friday morning your time, Friday, when do I do it? I do it Thursday morning. No, I do it Friday mornings. Thursday evening for a lot of you. Thursday afternoon, evening. I'll start recording that. possibly tonight, maybe later today if I can get a little bit of spare time. Right. But tonight we will be recording West Texas with Farmsome Guy a little bit later on. Alright. Let's see how well this can load up. Oh, am I not going to fit double stacked? And yeah, is it? No. Can we ignore the collision on the roof? I think we can ignore that. For the sake of sanity and getting these sold. Tissue factory. Haven't seen that one, Andrew. I'll have to take a look. I'm doing wool or cottons for the textiles for the clothing. I've got the clothing factory, which is part of the map. All of these came built into the map, so I haven't actually added any in as extras. Otherwise, I probably would have had a distillery somewhere if we were doing that. Right, this is gonna look horrible because when I strap them on and close the curtain, in fact, excuse me, I might leave the curtains open on this one and just have them strapped. Impressed with the lifting capacity of this loader though. Alright Legion, nice to see you mate, thanks for hanging out with us. Sorry I don't have the other auto load trailer in. I'll make sure I've got that added for the next one. Probably actually take more too, I think, doesn't it take more pallets than this wooden wood? But nice to see you mate, nice to have you hanging out with us. We'll might catch you on the multiplayer server at some stage. Which is a good time to plug that actually, for those who haven't joined the Discord and looking for some multiplayer fun. We've now got 2 servers actually through Discord. We've got the Valley of the Old Farm still running, which is just a big farm now where you can log in and do whatever work needs doing at whatever time. And Scott Fuchs, who was in here earlier, I think he's gone. One of our members has sponsored another server. He's instigated it all, he's set it all up. And it is a survival server on no man's land. So it's a bit of a, not so much a race, they were playing seasons, but there's 2 farms set up there and they're going to see which one, how they grow or develop. I think there's only 2 stores in there, Mark. But yeah, that's courtesy of Scott, but we're just using... Oops, that was too fast, and now I've gone and got a mess. Let's tidy that up before we try and put it in the truck. I can even fit this one. I wonder if there's a collision on the back. Oh. Well, I might just about fit it through without worrying about the collision. There is a collision, but I should position things correctly. I haven't lifted up high enough. Mistakes were made. Boards were lost. Sorry, I need to concentrate. Here we go. Gonna try a realistic series. No, I think I'll leave that to FSG. With certainly that's an idea he's had, so I'm sort of mindful of. Well, I love the idea, and I did even just the cab driving only, everything in first person. So it's something I had thought about doing at some stage. He's come up with that. I'll let him have his fun with that one, and we'll just come up with something else. I've got a few ideas for another series, whether I start that 422 or not. It's really just finding space and time to be able to do it at the moment. Oh great, didn't run to the grocery store. We might have to have a look and see what that's for. Right, one more on the other side. This is why you can't live without auto load. Yeah, I'm not sure if these would auto load though, Andrew. Mushy Boy Munro, catch you later, mate. Nice to see you. Oh, unless you were saying goodbye to Legion and you're still there. In which case, don't go anywhere. This abysmal loading will be over in a minute. As Mark said, nothing to see here. Actually, I'm intrigued. I know there's a bit of weight in these. I'll be interested to see how the truck handles them. Alright, let's see if I can strap that on. I'm going to try that way. Oh. Still getting caught out with that sometimes, because there's someone in the truck. I can't hop in it. They haven't strapped, but I'm assuming they're going to be locked down. Right, I'm going to unload one of those. I need to do it this way. Oh, I just did it again. Instead of unloading one, we'll send the wheel loader back with one on the pallet, one on the forks, to try out in the you go, Maddie, there's our test one. So auto drive you back to the yard. I just think there's a collision somewhere. Oh, it's a link to the multiplayer channel. Thank you, Mark. Why is that not driving? Does it think the pallet on the front is a collision? Must do. Must be thinking there's a collision on the front there with that pallet. That's alright then. We'll do it manually. I need to figure out where I'm selling these as well. Where are we going with the boards? And what's our great demand for at the grocery store? Sugar, $1.71. Not too high. Not too high. Boards have gone down a bit in price, but still central feed, which is one next to our yard. So we'll go get that sorted. You think there was a I wonder if this one will do it, because it does have large pallets. But I thought it might have only single stacked them, so I was just trying to be more efficient and messy. See what happens if I should close the curtains. Can't even see the curtains. Horrendous. Horrendous, Argsy. This is terrible. They should just be pallets. Yeah, okay. That trailer can carry a lot. Yeah, I'd hate to know what its weight rating was at the moment, Olaf. Bears Den Gaming, gotta go mow the acreage. Alright, mate. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. Pleasure as always. Thank you very much for the super chat. And we'll catch you again very soon. Tell you what, if auto drive was driving this, they would have gone too fast around that corner and we would have had a calamity. There would have been boards all over the place. So much so, I'm just going to turn straight in here. And then negate the actual entrance. And cross my fingers that this is all going to sell off there. There it is. And it's too high on the front of the trailer, is it? There we go, all gone. Well, it's not a bad bit of income, 35 grand or so. From, no, it must be more than that. Must have been closer to 40. We were minus 8 or so when we started. So where should we send this now? Back down to the meats. We know there's a whole lot down there. Let's go and find our wheel loader and run our little test. The pallet fork release mod. The CSZ pack has where you can turn the collision off on the forks, but I'm either not using one that has that on it, or I don't have the most up-to-date CSZ pack in here. Not sure which one it is. Strody recently got into using auto drive, and it's awesome for moving auto drive. Absolutely, especially on something like this where you can just send the truck off. There we go. He's going to head up to the meat processing plant up here, all on his own. It's so useful, so useful. So I see next Friday, and I'll have a chat to Farm Some Guy tonight when we're recording West Texas. I see that they are doing a Twitch stream for revealing the new map, the Mediterranean map for FS22, next Friday, 27th of August. So I'll have a chat to FSG and see if we might do it from the field. And have a little bit of a stream and a chat about that. Be very keen to see what comes out of that map, what it features it shows, where it's where it's actually physically located, what it's modelled on, what part of the world. We do know it's a Mediterranean map, so whether it's Italy, France, Spain, somewhere around there. Oh, the mod is global for that pallet one, Mark. Okay. I'll suss that one out. That would be handy. Right, are you there, Maddie? I want to make sure Maddie's there before I do this. Give Maddie a sec. Go and load this up while we're waiting. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what's all going on with that next map. See whether it's, they mentioned gameplay trailer as well, so whether there might be some more content. See what else they reveal, because it's been over a month now since FarmCon. So it's been a wee while since we've had any information. Oh, she's nervous. Right. Oh, I don't need to do that. Where's our other way? Right, let's see what happens. So we've got the board. Does it detect it as a pallet in there? Unload one pallet. And there we go. Alright. Oh. Oh, with good reason, Maddie. It's throwing everything off. Oh no. It really didn't like it. I can't even find it. Oh, boards, there it is. We'll take that one off now. Yeah, I don't think that was meant to do that. Let's just put these back out here so I can restack them. I know you can do it from there manually, but that's actually a good question. I know you've said you can unload them, so I could grab those. Okay. So have you done anything with the Maddie to reduce, like, you know, you get a lot of bales and something like that in one spot, you can have a real performance issue. Is there anything stopping that happening with having a whole lot of stuff all in one place? Like my... I wonder if you could set it up as well. Just thinking now for something like that, where you could say, I'll reserve this rack across here is for boards, and tell it if the pallet's named boards, they'd go on there. I'm not sure. Not sure. Right, put those there. And we'll leave that one there for now. And we'll know not to put boards on the racks again. Did those ones go in and fill the gaps? They did. Cool. I'm pleased I didn't. Imagine if I tried a whole truckload of them instead of one. Oops. Oh, the super strength's still on there. Turn that off. Funny. Times like that, all you can do is laugh. Right, what is this guy going? In fact, I don't need to send him anywhere, he could probably just hang out here for now. Sugar factory. Are you working on that? Nice. Let's get turned around and put it in here properly. So I can only imagine what if I tried to auto load those onto the trailer, what would have happened. Or does an auto load trailer actually make them like the invisible until I actually unloaded them to the deck? They probably wouldn't. Yeah, interesting. Yep, Andrew, Hudson Meats. This can be your meat processing plant. I hope you're not vegetarian. Oh yeah, shelter on the back of the building. Yeah, something, or like some outdoor racking or something on the end. That's a good idea too. We're thorough with our testing here on Nargsy Gaming, Farm Sim Guy. We don't just bleat on about how amazing something is without putting it through the full gambit of testing. Motto is if it can be broken, we'll break it. Through the small door. Honestly, using a controller, I don't know, do you have a wheel or keyboard, Maddie? A game controller just makes it so much easier. I can't people who play on keyboard, I have a great admiration for, because I can't. I've tried, and just the lag and everything like that. I know that I probably haven't set up my settings for it properly, but if I'm just playing around setting up a map or something, sometimes I won't bother turning the controller on, or if I'm just spending a few minutes setting up a screenshot that I've just gone in to do, I don't bother turning the controller on. And I regret it sometimes because I end up spending more time fiddling around with trying to get the keyboard and get things where I want them. Andrew's not vegetarian. Phew. Crisis averted there. Oh, no crisis averted there though. Wheel controller and side panel shifter. Okay. Full setup. You've got no problems with the keyboard? Yeah, but probably if I found how to set it up properly. Actually spent some time on dead zones and whatever. Got used to it. Well, once you're used to something, like I say, I'm so used to a keyboard. Everyone says that a controller is a game changer for them, but a wheel is a game changer. I've got a wheel. I've never even plugged it in and tried it on Farmson. I've just been so ingrained in using a controller. I know watching MRG's just recently got a wheel and he said it's just a completely different experience for him now. Maybe I need to try that at some stage. Now FSG, if you're there still, just saying with the announcement next week for the reveal for the Mediterranean map, whether we might have a look about whether we can put it from the field together for that. We'll have to figure out what the timing is for us both and see if it's something we could do a post-stream review of. You're not paying over £200 to steal your tractor. Arctic Farmer, welcome along, mate. What are you doing? This is not farming. I'm showing the full gambit of paddock to plate. Arctic. Well, there we go. Some guy is keen, so we will we'll have to figure out the timing for it, mate, and see. We'll have a chat tonight when we're doing, or in the morning for you when we're doing West Texas. See what we can work out on that. But going back to if you're making more changes to the shed, Maddie, I wonder if a smaller cold storage type building would be kind of cool, where if someone is doing meat or you know, produce like this, I could have put a separate one up for cold storage, just to jump on that realism a little bit more. Is there a collision? Oh, no, I thought there was a collision a bit further out from that silo than there is. Sounds like a plan. There we go. Right. U and EY. Some more things in there. How full are we? Are we over halfway? Close. Close to half full. Isn't that amazing though? Like, we've done a few trips back and forth and a few different bits and pieces, and we're not even half full. We would have filled the little shed up though, that had 48, and that's only 3 loads of this trailer. Right, I think that's enough production things. What's the time? 8:05. A lean to on the back for the boards, yeah, a lean to on the back of that one for the boards, maybe a separate cold storage building. Well, you know who probably needs some attention? I haven't checked our animals. Seasons. I checked our cows. Oh, they're alright. They've got some TMR. And they're all alright too. Alright. Seeing Arctic's here, and he seems to enjoy his farming rather than what we're doing here. Let's jump in here. Start a wish list just for Ugsy's suggestions. Be that needy content creator who can't do anything on his own, and starts asking the other talented modders to do it all. An Ugsy sized warehouse. I'm only halfway full though. You don't need it any. I don't think you'd need it any bigger than that. I don't know though, like you can see how quickly we got all that meat. If you're producing on this one, it can add up pretty quick. Right, I'm gonna plough this bit of grass up. A little bit of farming. A little hut for Mark the Modern. Your computer would blow up with all those pellets in there, Ryan. Yeah, I was noticing as we were getting more in there, the frames were dropping just a little. Even looking at it now, there's just a bit of a frame rate drop too. I'm actually down at about 12 or 13 frames, but if we turn back around that way, up near a 60. I do have my visual settings on high. I haven't changed them back from when I was doing my Lincoln Creek tour yet, so that could be part of the reason. A little bit of a winter work here. We'll get this little bit of grass ploughed up, and I'm also going to expand that field over there as far as we can go. But then I might split it in half, I reckon. I wonder if I do potatoes in that one part of that, and we'll get the spud nut pack done for next time. Just came in, I was driving a forklift in a huge basement. That's alright, I'm just teasing you as well, Arctic. And that's about going to be straight with the back of those silos. In fact, you can almost see the frames popping up and down and the jarriness of that. Set to 180 on the GPS there. Just drive this manually though. Try and get a nice square field edge. This plough, yeah, there's we've got a 5-section version, so this is the one on Mod Hub, but there is a 5-section version as well that we've got on West Texas, which is floating around, which is pretty cool too. Certainly is a nice width. Does a good job. Yeah, farming time. It's only taken us almost 2 hours to farm some Peyton. We should get out and do some proper farming. Probably get my viewers all dropped because everyone came here for the logistics. See the shed. I've seen that and they're all going to leave. We've got to get ready for spring though, because I reckon what I might do is for the next stream on here, I might actually skip forward a little bit of time and get into our spring work. You can see actually our wheat's germinated. And looked at that. It's good news. Set up on 270 degrees. There we go. Well, there you go. Mark's probably, as you were asking the question, it looks like Mark might have shared the big one. But no, it certainly is. The 5.1 is available publicly. Let's go back around this way and we'll line up with that field edge too. Downloaded already. Nice, Andrew. There you go. Enjoy. So actually, I'm looking at the size of this field. If we put cotton in here, it's going to be pretty big. What's our seasons like for planting? Make sure we're not missing out on... See, cotton we can't plant for a wee while. Put our wheat in already. Well, we could actually plant our potatoes. Oh no, we can't. We've still got to get to spring. The temperature's okay, but we're not in the planting window. We don't want to do that. Oh, was that a different one? Not even the 5-section one. Well, the 5-section of this version is available publicly somewhere. In fact, have we got the 5-section one? Might even be on our multiplayer server, is it? Can't remember exactly. I need to get this plough on No Creek Farms. There we go, 5-section as well. So back looking at that planting schedule then, so potatoes, yeah, we've got to wait till first day of spring to plant potatoes. We've got our cotton up here, we'll plant our corn for maize, for silage. I think that's just about us with all our planting sorted, so. That's my plan actually, Farm St Peyton. This is one of the upgrades I've been thinking about doing for a long time. Is getting this plough on No Creek. And we're going to have the big field down the back that's got corn in it at the moment, which is going to need ploughing once it's done, so we'll, might be a good time to invest in that. Which actually is a good segue into possibly doing a stream tomorrow morning, or afternoon, evening, wherever in the world you are, same time tomorrow. And I'm seriously thinking about doing the corn harvest in the big field on No Creek Farm. I know last time I did a live stream on No Creek we did a corn harvest. Because it's such a high yielding crop, it's always a good one to do a live stream because they're really busy, and you can just focus on getting it harvested and not worry too much about the video side of things. I've got plenty of other fields to get harvested that we can do a video on for later in the week. But that is my plan at the moment, is to jump onto No Creek Farms tomorrow. And so keep an eye out for that. Might not need the 8960 anymore. Pretty sure this plough is actually quite lowly rated. Like this at 9R is probably overkill for what it's rated as if you were to look at the actual horsepower demand on it. In fact, I'll get set up on the right line. There we go. Is plows right across there. Yeah, so it only needs 200 horsepower, which is a bit silly. Just about anything we've got would be able to plow that. Pull that, sorry. In my mind, that's a little bit lowly rated. Callum Mackenzie. I know someone called Callum Mackenzie, which is why I defaulted to calling you Callum Mackenzie. Callum Mackie. Hello, how you doing? Welcome along. Andrew, absolutely, you have to jump into that multiplayer. And someone who was asking before, someone asked what the next map on the multiplayer was going to be. It was one of the guys, Hendrik, I think, asked. I want to use Lincoln Creek. That is my plan. If I wanted to wait though until MRG's done his version 2, but I'm not sure where he's at with that. I know he has been working on it. I actually know he's been spending more time on Al-Qaeda as 60 next map lately. He's been a real bug for that one at the moment, so we'll have to see. Plow needs 200 horse. I would have thought it'd need more than that. Peyton. Try the new multi-baler on the corner, make silage bales. That would be cool, seeing loads of those in action. Which ones? I haven't seen that. Is that the... I have to have a look. I haven't seen which one that is. Andrew. Or if I have, I've glossed over what it can and can't do. I did see the camper had released a video doing some silage bales. So I wonder if that's what you're talking about. Yeah, playing with the small plows is awful. Yeah, the best thing if you're joining the multiplayer is have a separate folder set up for your multiplayer mods, because often they get out of sync with any updates on Mod Hub. So if you update the one from Mod Hub and it hasn't been updated on the multiplayer, you'll need to go back in and download the original version. New Lizard multi-baler on Mod Hub. Cool, I'll take a look after stream. I'll pay a bit more attention to it. That one. There we go. Blogstar Gaming, welcome along. How are you? Nice to see you. Thanks for joining the stream. You use a forage harvester with it. Hudson. Andrew, Hudson, Andrew. Cool, man. Nice to see. I'll have a look. I do subscribe to DJ. I just don't have time to watch all the videos. It's the hardest thing, is actually keeping up with everything. Too much good content out there. Iron Man 1971. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome along. Blogstar Gaming, good morning from Australia. Welcome along, sir. Nice to see you. The early morning Aussie time for you, which I'm assuming you're one of the eastern states. Be 2 hours behind us, so about 20 past 6 in the AM for you. Alright, that's that one just about done. We'll jump over the other side and do that other one as well. There's a couple of bales over there I probably need to pick up. See if I can just nudge them out of the way. But the plan, if we put alfalfa in the field over there behind the sheds on the other side, we can use that for our hay this season, or next season, rather than having grass like we did this time. When is my next video on Aussie map? Later in the week, this week. So I just need to start recording that and put it together. So I'll be doing that over the next couple of days. In Victoria, nice. I have family in Victoria, live just out of Melbourne. One of my mates I game with quite a lot is also in Melbourne. You're a day ahead of... Yep, I'm a day ahead of most people, Peyton. I think me and Blogstar Gaming in Aussie are probably one of the few that are into our Sunday. It is late winter, so what have we got? 22nd of August, so it is technically just entering our last week of winter as seasons go, so we'll be into spring So our days are just starting to lengthen ever so slightly. We're not losing the sun quite so severely, but we're still certainly, yeah, it's very wet. We've actually just had our wettest sort of period last week. It's pretty muddy and wet out there on the farm. First world problems, I can't mow my lawns just yet. Alright, where's this field boundary? You got to find it that way. What's it like to live in the future? Oh, if it came with the benefits of knowing what was going to happen and being able to benefit from it, it would be fantastic, but no different. Unfortunately, farm sim. Where am I going? Here we go. We end up a little bit over the edge, but that's alright. Dumb question. I've never done alfalfa. Is it a crop or grass? It's kind of like a grass crop. Well, it's a crop that you plant which is used for mainly for silage and hay. Actually, I don't know if it's even used for silage, but definitely for hay. But you wouldn't use it for anything else. The only other reason it's grown is to grow the seeds to be able to plant more alfalfa. Have a look at, there's a American farmer, Trevor Bales hay in, I want to say he's in Colorado. He's in somewhere in the western states, California, Colorado, Arizona, somewhere around there. And they do just hay. They do a lot of hay, and he grows alfalfa for it. Quite interesting to watch some of his videos to see how they do it. Millennial Farmer went to their farm a few months ago and saw some of the operation, and he's also been on their podcast, which is actually quite interesting. If you've never listened to Off the House, the Millennial Farmer podcast, I really enjoy them. I often watch, I often listen to them. That's what I do when I'm mowing the lawns out on, I've got a ride on mower. So when I'm out there, I've got my earmuffs and headphones in and listening to a podcast. Fingers crossed, Arctic, I will be playing a week before most people. If we can get that bronze partner status on Giants Partner Network, about a third of the way there. So we need a bit of a push. The other thing I'd really love to do is get to 10k subs by the 22nd November. We're almost at 7. On current trends, we won't quite get there. We'll get to 10k before the end of the year, but we won't quite get there before November. So that would be that's been a bit of a goal for me. But I'm just happy to have the subs I do have. It's nice to have a goal. I'm not going to stick by it. I'm not going to be precious about it, but it would be a nice little target just mentally to have. As Farm Sim Guy put it very succinctly to one of the other guys, Fusion, the other day, when he hit 5,000 views and he's just ticked over 200 subs. If you were offered that when you started your channel, you'd jump at it and go, that'd be fantastic, I'd love it. So to be where I am, when I started all this, I would never have imagined that. So in much the same vein, I'm grateful for what I've got and just enjoy playing the game and being able to chat to you all. But if you are sitting there and you don't subscribe already, it'd be great if you would consider doing that. And make sure you've left a nice big thumbs up on the video. It'd be awesome too. Oh, Bales has in Texas, is he? Nice. Makes a rich hay for cattle. Alfalfa is top grass. There you go, you've got all the information there. Do I follow Welker's? Yep. Yep, Welker's, Millennial and Cornstar Farms are the three I probably watch the most and sort of keep most in tune with what's going on in their farming world. Mike Mitchell I kind of watch on and off a little bit. I find his videos, some are quite interesting, some are a little bit difficult to follow and watch. He's got a very unique style. What else do I follow? Laura Farms. Been interesting to see it from her perspective as a sort of learning farmer. yeah, for cattle feed, I think if I have a look on the seasons in our cattle, let's go to the dairy. There you can see it under there. You read all that as well. That's silage, clover silage, alfalfa silage, clover hay windrow, alfalfa hay windrow, and grass, alfalfa, clover windrow. So that's our options there for that. And obviously your TMR, I think as well, if I go into the TMR mixer in here, which is, which one's ours? That one there. Let's say only silage, straw, or dry grass, so I'm hoping I can put, it says hay or grass, I'm hoping alfalfa will go in there. That'll be a bit of a bummer if I can't use alfalfa to make the TMR that way. I'd have to buy a TMR mixer. Millennial Farmer did a video. Yeah, I did see that one, Peyton. It's, I just couldn't remember where he was. I'm sure someone can Google it. Bales Hay, Trevor Bales. In lazy, I haven't even put GPS on. Is it lazy not using GPS? This tractor drives so straight once you set it up on the right path. 360 degrees, there we go. Go the whole way to the end. But Tusai, enjoying the content. The console farming series is a nice change of pace. I'm pleased to hear that, mate. It is certainly, yeah, it is a bit different. It's been a bit of a challenge actually, the way I've set that one up. Just trying not to make everything too repetitive. So I think we're going to get through this first season pretty quick. So once I've done enough contracts to be able to afford the equipment we need for harvesting our field, I think we might progress through that. But I'll just keep an eye on some of the contracts too. If there was one that came up for doing hay or some herbicide spraying or something like that, we'll keep it. We'll look at doing some of that just to keep it mixed up and a bit fresh. In New Zealand, what is the most popular crops? Where I am, the most common one we see is corn or maize, but it's grown for silage. So we live in a river plain where there is a lot of dairy farming. And so with dairy farming, they want silage for their main source of supplementary feed. And one of the best sources of that is maize silage. So we get a lot of farmers, and what my family farm is mainly a bull beef farm with some dairy support. So they grow, Dad grows a lot of maize or silage. Still a little bit of silage done around for grain for other stock feed, so pig feed or making animal feed like dog biscuits and that kind of thing. A little bit of other grain like cereals, a little bit of wheat and that done around, but certainly maize would be the most common one we see. There's an area down south of us a little bit where there's a lot of potatoes grown. When I was growing up, that's what we grew a lot of, was potatoes, but it became a very hard market with, if you didn't have a contract with one of the big suppliers like you know, your potato chips, crisps, manufacturers, it became very difficult after a while. But when I grew up, you used to go into a supermarket and you'd see bags of potatoes with our name on it. It's quite cool as a kid to go in there and go, oh look, there's some potatoes we grew. Follow one called It's a Farming Life for Me, runs all John Deere Farm in the UK. Interesting. I haven't actually followed many UK guys. I know there's who's the one that they were making the map of? Oh, I can't think of the name now. You thought I was just showing off not using GPS. Jacques, looking forward to tomorrow's stream. Cheers, mate. Nice to have you hang out with us. Look forward to catching up with you again tomorrow. Am I on the South or North Island? I'm on the North Island. The lower half of the North Island. A region called Manawatu. So we've got what's our biggest city? It's Palmerston North, and it's got a population of just under 100,000. Then there's another smaller town called Fielding, which has a population of probably around 20,000. which is mainly a lot of farming support. It's got the biggest cattle yards in the southern hemisphere, fielding sow yards. Tom Bedminton, thank you guys. That was what I was thinking of. Let's just cheat a little bit here. Run this down the end. I haven't seen that Bale Info one before. I haven't actually seen that. Can't even tell you what mod that is. Interesting. How do you drive so straight, or is it just the perks of the controller? Probably the perks of the controller. Limited inputs, so once you get in a straight line, don't touch the steering. Tom Pemberton. That's the one I was thinking of. Not quite sure how the bale goes from being 1,000 kilos to 463. Interesting. Actually, I suppose I need to get this, being a bale, probably need to get this out of the weather. It'll decompose in seasons, won't it? Hendrik, nice to see you, mate. Thanks for hanging out. We will certainly, I'll certainly try and find some time to get onto the multiplayer server at some stage. See what you guys have all been up to. Always lots going on, that's for sure. Yeah, it feels like I've done 2 streams today actually. Quite a different vibe between driving a tractor in a straight line and having a good chance to read chat versus going from A to B to C to D with the production chain side of things. Nice change of pace. You clip on the controller to lock the steering, that's it. Literally, so using the GPS, so you can see the 0.1 under the steering wheel, and you can do it on the mini-map as well. It's got the heading down the bottom, it's a bit harder to see on there. But if you do it on the GPS, I can get it set up, negate 0, by driving a straight line now. There you go. Hands free. I'll see how far I can get with my hands up. Hands on head. Blogstar Gaming, you off to bed, so you must have been working night shift or something, were you? Off to bed at 6:30 in the morning. There you go, I'm still not touching it. I'll hold that up. Still going. So once you get set up, you can go pretty straight most of the time. 0.2 of a degree is not going to make a big difference down the length of the field either. And I can, trust me, I don't have one of the kids or my wife standing next to me driving, or we'd be doing zigzags and big S curves the whole way down the field. Night shift, just got home. Oh, rest easy, mate, and thanks for hanging out. Thanks for stopping in briefly and saying hi. I hope you have a nice Sunday afternoon when you arise and have a chance to chill. Alright, I'm going to pick the controller up now that we're at the end of the row. There you go. So, a lesson in not touching the inputs. So I'm going to have to get the crop scanner out, aren't I? Precision farming, and get that done on this bit of land now. I have to get some lime spread on it. Do a good job for the Terrogator. Remember those first episodes where we spent hours on that Terrogator getting it all done? But our precision farming won't have anything on those two bits, so we'll have to get out and get them done. You've got a controller, but you've bothered to try it on Farm Sim. If you're using a keyboard, I could not recommend it highly enough. All good, mate. You'll have to catch up on that another time, but nice to see you, and we'll catch you soon. Tractor needs a bit of maintenance, 41%. I was just thinking, I don't know if I don't have a fuel point on here. Set an auto drive course up down to one of the fuel stations. It was fun doing that shed. That warehouse is awesome. I've really enjoyed putting things into that. Nice to test it out with the boards as well, see how those all went. So like I said, I think next time we are on this map, we'll be into our spring planting. So we might be keeping some more workers busy. Obviously we've got the big air seeder, we've got the DB90. I got a DB90 or DB60, I can't remember which size one we went for in the end. So long since I used it. Where are we? Only the DB60, which is only still 60 foot wide. Still plenty big enough for the farm. Right, Maddie, nice to see you. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you very much for joining the channel. Really appreciate your support there. And thank you for that wonderful mod. Just as perfect timing when we're down here. It was a lot of fun actually. Like I said, just saying, a lot of fun trying that out, testing it, and using it for the first time. But for a map like this, and certainly I think you've done a stellar job on it. And when it comes to FS22 and production chains, that'll be a very, very popular mod. The top job. And enjoy the rest of your Saturday evening, and have a nice Sunday. A nice rest of your weekend. I knew I was going to miss a little bit. See, GPS wouldn't have missed that. Tracks and fields with no dents and you go straight. Yeah, I know. Very true, Arctic. The smooth terrain on this compared to No Creek Farms. Certainly would not be able to do it on that. Absolutely, Iton. A big changer for me is GPS and auto drive. What map are you playing on? You should Google auto drive course and put in the map name and see if you can find a pre-created course for the map, because that'll save you a lot of time. Like I only did a very small course, like a limited course on this, just to the key points, and not two-way or anything like that, and that took me a good an hour and a half, 2 hours yesterday to get set up. Cannot wait to try the product. Is that PCs and production chains in FS22 Arctic? It's going to be interesting. I know, I can't remember who asked about the olives and that, but that might be the other reason where olives and grapes become popular, is because of the production chains. They can make it a valuable commodity. Alright, there we go. Ploughing complete. Alright, I might get out. I might just run the crop sensor over this. We'll run the crop sensor over very quick and then we'll know what we're up for next time. Might need to get some more money in too. Might have to look and see if there's some things we can sell. Figure out how much corn we're actually going to need. Because that corn and wheat we've got in storage, we might not need all of that. Oh, you're playing on low note currently. You can record them yourself. Yep. Sometimes there's some really good networks. I imagine low note's probably one you'd actually find some courses for. You know, start on, so there's definitely, I know someone's definitely made one on Lincoln Creek. Lincoln Creek is an easy one to make it because it's very similar in this to this map with big square grid set out, so very easy. Now we better pull up over here. Been ploughing a field in midwinter, so we better park there without whacking the tank. Just turn that off. Jump over the drawbar there. Tractor a quick wash down, and we'll go and grab the crop sensor and get that done. Most fun is to create the tracks. Can be. But certainly, I mean, if you create a track the way you want it, you're certainly going to get a better result than using someone's predefined ones. Although in saying that, you know, the one on West Texas was that Farmsome guy and I have is one that was provided to us by one of his viewers. Got in touch and said he had a course, and that one's for what we want to do when we just want to send a tractor or a truck or something from point A to point B. Has worked really well so far. The only downside on that map is the collisions on the pivots when they're too close. Right, what have we got in here? Let's jump in the 6R here. We'll leave the bucket on. I forgot I had this one with the bucket on it. Could have been using that to tidy up some of the bits and pieces around here. Is this a multiplayer save? No, this is a single player Arctic. Need some curves on those fields. Make a fortune keeping Gordon Ramsay supplied a touch of olive oil. Is that the name of his olive oil brand or something, is it? Alright, let's have a look here. I need to turn this on, I do. Can't remember the radius on this. It's not actually that wide, is it? Oh, reasonable width. I'm doubling up on some areas. The players Arctic are all my channel members that you can see. All those who've joined the channel, I give them, using the contractor mod, I give them a role on the farm, but they're just here in avatar only. There you go, just as I've explained for you. This would actually be a good one to put course play, auto GPS on. I wonder if it try. The auto width to that. That's the 60 foot. Must be a 60 foot wide. There you go. Il ne comprehende. Alright, so we'll get these scanned and then call it quits for the day, I think. Go and enjoy some barbecue with all the channel members. I actually had a problem with the contractor mod on Spectacle Island, Mark. It must be a conflict with the mod. I was trying to add it into my save so I could have a hired help on the farm. Effectively, I was going to use the contractor mod to limit it to just the one person to come in and help me on that one. But for some reason, it did not want to work. I need to go through and figure out if there was one of the mods I've got in there that was causing a conflict. What's the store got to offer? It's one of the grocery stores. I don't know which one it was. It was offer on sugar, that one there. $1.71. So it's a little bit higher, but I don't think I've actually got any sugar to sell at the moment. I do have some, I must have some, but I've been using it for, I need to get some down to the dairy for the milk, for the ice cream, and I've also got some at the cookie factory, so. In New Zealand, yeah, we have metric. We are all metric, decimal system, all that sort of thing. I can't remember if this does detect it straight away, doesn't it? Doesn't even need to go and scan. There we go, we'll need to put a bit of lime on these little bits. We're getting some good soils actually out of this map, this farm. We've been pretty blessed. Very little of the sandy clay. Is it sandy clay? I can't remember which one the dark blue one is. Silty clay. Only a little bit over there by the river. Alright, Arctic, enjoy the rest of your evening. Thanks for hanging out, mate. Nice to see you, and catch up with you again soon, buddy. Oh, there we go, those frames. Yeah, it's interesting actually to see what the frames do if I put a whole lot more in there. There we go, just getting a little bit of loamy sand here too, so very nice and productive soils. Alright, get over and do this other little piece and we'll call it for the day. Where's the bit I just plowed? Where I started and where I stopped. Oh, there. Set a new path up there. How do you manage with the red soil? It seems weird to me after playing on mats with dark soil. I haven't really paid too much attention to it. It's, I guess it's a nice change. Which, you know, that was a conversation we had when the very first time I streamed on this, and some people were saying, I just hate the red dirt, can't stand it. We had some people from Oklahoma in here, and they were actually saying it's exactly what it's like. It's a really red soil. Which I thought was pretty cool. I mean, it is called Red Dirt County, so yeah. Makes complete sense. Sneakily joins back in after a gas station stop. Welcome back, Peyton. Nice to have you back. There we go, what are we getting? A loam in this part here. Ties up with field 59. Should have had this running on follow me while I was ploughing and could have done it that way. To get it done a little bit quicker. wonder if any of our cows are fertile yet. So we need to get started. There we go. We're going to have some calves. 0.8 years. Because that's our next step, is to be able to get some milk produced. Alright, we've got a few that are pregnant, which is good. Nice to see. Because that's going to be our next thing we need to get, is some milk. So by, what's that going to be, autumn or so? Yeah, it is nice that they've used the proper soil colour. I know Large H Mapping, I did a map review on his first map. Can't think of the name of it now. Wasn't Fredericksburg, that was his second one. But anyhow, his map had red dirt in it, and a lot of people complained about that. And he's like, no, that's just exactly what it's like around this area where he's based his map on. Is the soil sampler mod on the console mod hub? No, unfortunately, Peyton, it's not. It is on mod hub, but it's a PC only one, I believe. Pretty sure I looked for it when I was setting up American Life Farming. Pretty cool though. Good on two fronts. One, that it just automatically detects, and you don't have to go through the analysis and pay for that. So the other one that I've got, which is a PC one, is you can select it and you request analysis, and you pay. I think if I do that, it's going to tell you the quote. So you get $2,000, which is basically the geologist doing the investigation. And then there's the cost to cover the drilling. Then there's the lab. So, you know, it would have cost $20, $30, $45, $44,000 just to assess that one field. Which saves you all the time, but does cost you some money, so it's a trade-off. But again, that's a PC only one too. So many reasons, Peyton. Alright, and up and a down, and we will be done. Yeah, like I said, I forgot I had this tractor. I might get a bigger bucket for it, but it'd be handy to have for dealing with the pigs, and then we don't need that wheel loader at the yard. Or we send, actually maybe we send this one down to the dairy farm and can use that for the cows. Might be a better idea. We are actually getting, if I just look, we've got a bit of slurry there from the cows, but the pigs have produced a decent amount of slurry too, so maybe we can use that. So do some slurry spreading as well for our nitrogen. Get that built up on some of these fields. Could all use some. Maybe that's something else we can do. So much more on PC, it certainly is, Andrew. Absolutely. Like I said, you know, I went the same route. It was console and we went PC, and wouldn't go back permanently. Obviously I've gone back to console, but there is still some pretty good mods on console. That was what inspired me to do my John Deere video when I first did that. Was people complaining about why can't we have that on console? Why, you know, people with PC only. I was actually looking at Mod Hub and I was like, there's actually quite a few John Deere mods that do different things, all on console. I thought, why don't I do a video which puts them all in one place so people can see them and go, oh, I didn't know that one was there, or I didn't know that was a console mod, or give them the chance to actually see it. That was the whole concept behind that one. Interestingly, why is it showing up that I need more nitrogen on a part I'm scanning again? wasn't saying it needed nitrogen. Is that because it's resetting what crop I had in there before this? It's not taking into account the nitrogen that was left over from the previous crop? Be interesting to know. All done. Have you ever had time where you're staring at the wall thinking about the possibilities after you plant in seasons? What do you mean by that? Like possibilities of things to do, or whether you made the right choice in planting crops, or... Can't say I ever have. Well, certainly there can be, and now with precision farming there's kind of not a huge amount. Once you've planted, if you've got your nitrogen application correct, the only thing left to do once you've planted is to do any weed control. And then you're straight into harvest, so there's not that need to do an extra fertilizer application like there used to be. So it'd be great in the new game if they could add pests, and they even actually talked about it. I know they had in the trailer, you know, the looked like crop destruction or pests or something other than just weeds in FS22, and they haven't gone any further on that, so I don't know whether it's a feature that they've not shared yet around that sort of realism of crops, whether maybe it's something that's going to come with the next the changes to precision farming when that comes out as an update. Don't know. But yeah, something they haven't really talked about. We'll drop that off there. And we'll just leave this here for now, but like I said, I think I will send it down to the dairy farm. But there we go. I think I'll wrap things up there. Whether you made the right choice on the timing. No, not so much with that. Yeah, so long as you follow the planting guide, as long as you make sure you're in the green and your temperature is right. Like, according to the temperature, I could plant potatoes, but they won't germinate because of that. Because we're not in the planting window. So even though the temperature's okay, we need to be in those 3 days. So long as you're green and have the right temperature, even slightly low temperature, I've had success with germination. So no, I'm not too. I haven't had that yet. But who knows? But anyhow, like I said, I'm going to wrap things up there. Thanks everyone for watching. Thank you to Maddie for that wonderful mod, and thank you also to Maddie for joining the channel. To Bears Den Gaming, thank you for the super chat. Hope you have all enjoyed that. Like I said, tomorrow won't be quite as long, but I do want to start a little bit of planting on and planting. What am I talking about? I'm looking and thinking at the same time. Harvesting the corn on No Creek Farms. So I think I might jump in and do that. But like I said, thank you all very much for watching. Hope you have enjoyed that, and I will catch you in the next one.